Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I Fought You Juice podcast. I'm your host, Juice, and I'm here with my co-host, Reen. What's happening, Reen?
Nothing much. We're back again. Yay. With the fight this weekend. Oh my God, it's been so long.
Yeah, it does. It really does feel like forever, and I'm actually psyched for the first time in a while. So, yeah, there's no review. Obviously, there's been no fights, so we're just gonna jump straight into a preview. And first up, we got Virna Jandiroba versus Mallory Martin. This was originally supposed to be Jandiroba versus Courtney Casey, but Casey pulled out. Mallory Martin was on the Contender Series a while back. Had another fight in Invicta, so she gets the late notice replacement call. And win or lose, I'm sure she'll be back in the UFC after this. But there's a hell of a fight. I've been a Martin fan for a good while. And I think this can be an exciting fight. So what do you think, Reen, and who do you got?
Yeah, I was just looking at this. I think this is going to be a tough fight for Martin. I mean, especially she's only had, a month's notice? And she just fought in Invicta, I think, too. Dude, I think it's going to be a tough fight. If it goes to the ground, it's Jandiroba's world, so she's going to get submitted, but man, Martin looks like she's a tough one. She trains at Tiger Muay Thai. I don't know much about her, but just looking at where she trains and whatnot.
Yeah, she trains at Tiger Muay Thai, and I think she's originally from Colorado, so I think she was training at Elevate, or what was it with Elliot Marshall? I think she was one of those guys. I think she was in Colorado before.
Oh,
but she's
whatever.
Yeah. She's not so bad on the ground herself, and she's down in brawl as well. But Jandiroba's very strong, and then jiu-jitsu's her thing. So if this goes to the ground, I agree with you. It can go bad. I think if this was just a regular matchup, I might go with Martin. But since it's last minute, I just don't think she's gonna put the time in to, be ready for all the stuff that Jandiroba's gonna bring. So yeah, I'll probably go with Jandiroba there. Next up, Cody Stamann is going to fight Song Yadong. Stamann, he fought not that long ago. I'm trying to remember who it was. I know he got submitted by Aljamain Sterling. That was the last thing I remember about him. But I know he's gotten a win since then. But I remember Song Yadong knocking out Alejandro Perez. He fucking killed that guy. And I became a big fan after that one. So I've been a fan of Stamann for a while too, so I think this could be interesting. What do you think about this one?
Cody's been out for a minute, it looks like.
He fought this year. Yeah, I know he fought sometime this year, but I forget who it was and when it was. But yeah, I think March sounds about right.
Yeah, they both fought the same guy.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Perez. Yeah, Alejandro Perez was looking okay against the Stamann fight, and then Song obviously murdered him. So,
wow,
if we're going off past performances, obviously I think we know who we're gonna pick here.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with Song.
A Song. Yeah, I want to go with Song, but I think I'll just go with Stamann. I think that kid's still got a lot left in the tank. I don't say it with the utmost confidence, but I think he can do something here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Song because of his performance with the same opponent.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that logic.
To be fair to Perez, that's a hell of a fight Cody Stamann. Oh, okay, you got through that. Fight this fucking kid. So, yeah, I think Stamann may have softened Perez up a little bit for Song. To be fair,
that's true. Yeah, because they went the distance and
yeah.
That was
and it was what 3-4 months later. So yeah.
Yep.
Next up, Aspen Ladd versus Yana Kunitskaya. This is Ladd's first fight since Jermaine, right?
Yeah, and the weight cutting issues, and she's been looking good.
She says she's gonna be on weight. I mean, there's no
She
reason to believe her, but she says she'll
she
be on weight.
looks pretty shredded. Like she's lost some fat. I'm trying to be nice.
Well, we're not calling her fat. I know you're not calling her fat. We're not calling her
No,
fat. It's just she has weight issues for a reason. She's a big girl. That doesn't mean she's overweight. That doesn't mean that she's fat. That doesn't mean that she's unhealthy. But she's a big girl, and you gotta
no.
work around that somewhere.
To me,
And
it looked like
seems like
baby
she's like
fat.
really doing it.
Well, to me, it looked like baby fat. I don't
Well,
know
she
if
is
that's
a baby. She's what, 22? I mean,
like that's unusual, but yeah, she looks pretty good, man. Like she's been working with the UFC, the PI, or whatever, the Performance Institute. So
yeah. If they better get it down, because at that point, if they can't get it down, Jesus. But Yana, who did she fight last? Jesus, I feel like
GDR,
it's
wasn't it?
GDR.
No. Yana fought. Damn, who did she fight?
I feel like it's been a
Chris?
good while. No. She's had.
Oh, she fought Lena. That's right.
I
And
know
then
she fought Lena, but I don't remember when. I
the
think it was.
Marion Renault fight. That was a tough fight.
Oh, that's right. With the fucking. That's when she
She
got her nose
broke her
broken,
nose.
right?
Yes, she looked like she's the one that lost, but no.
I think that was like in March or February as well. So
Yeah,
okay, so it's probably been a bit of a layoff for her.
March, man, and she's
Yeah,
dating Thiago Santos. What kind? I don't know what kind of training they're doing, but
yeah. I'm, they're both tough fighters, and I'm sure they just make each other tougher. So, yeah, that's an odd couple in MMA, but not for any bad reasons. It's just a little, I don't know, a little odd, but
yeah,
they make sense in a weird way.
I'm gonna go with Lad.
I'll.
I'm not
I want to
confident with
go. I
it,
want to
but
go with Kunitskaya, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I've just seen more of Lad that I can have more confidence in Aspen. So okay, Lad it is. Begrudgingly, I guess, but yeah, Lad. Next up, I believe it's, yeah, co-main event: Cynthia Calvillo and Marina Rodriguez. Um,
wah, wah, wah.
why?
Not the fight that we wanted, right?
Not the
Original.
fight that you wanted,
Hey,
because you're such a big
Cynthia.
Clash Daily fan.
Well, Cynthia wanted that fight too for a while now, and then here it goes again. Canceled bout. Mm-hmm. Like, when
Well,
are they gonna fight? Is this one of those like Khabib Ferguson things? Like
who's
not to that
Gadelha
level, but
who's Gadelha matched up against too? Someone that I was like,
we
oh,
were.
I think Grasso, no? I think they're trying to get her and Grasso to fight next.
That's right. Yes, because we're like really.
Well,
Okay.
I'm down with it. I'm down with
I
it.
am too.
But
It's not going to be an easy fight for her. I don't. I hope she's not overlooking her.
yeah, yeah, I think Grasso's gonna surprise that night. But onto this card. So Marina Rodriguez, the last thing I remember of her was her beating up Tisha Torres.
Man, she was big too, man.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah,
But that's
and
tiny tornado. So
okay. So who do you got in this one?
I have Calvillo.
I got
She's
Rodriguez in this one.
she's still tough, man. You can't count her out.
You know me, I want competitors to fight at a more natural weight class. I think cutting big amounts of weight is stupid, but I don't know. I have a feeling about Rodriguez. Like there's not a lot of fighters where I'm like, damn, they're big and they're strong and I'm into them. That like I'm a fan of theirs. But something about Rodriguez, like she just I don't know. She just seems like a powerhouse. I think it's gonna be hard to fuck with her. I think she just I don't know how she gets it done, but I think she gets it done. And this isn't to badmouth Calvillo at all. I'm a fan of hers, but I don't know. I think that Esparza fight still sticks out in my mind, and I feel like I don't know if she's you know closed up all the holes as of yet.
I gotta watch that fight again because I thought Calvillo won. They fucked her over in that one because I was confused with it. I think I was there when they fought too. Wait, when did they?
I believe that was Cyborg and Home.
Yeah,
So yeah, you
yeah.
might have
I
seen
left.
that.
I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're there. It's always weird watching fights live in
Hmm.
person because I think the judging is off because I've been at home and seeing like people booing a decision. I'm like, that person clearly won. What are you talking about? And then I've been like, I think the perfect one was Costa and Romero. When I was in the building, I was like one of very few people that thought that Costa may have actually won. But if you're at home, it seemed like a lot of people at home kind of thought that Romero won too. But if you were in the building, it really felt like I was literally the only person in the arena that thought that Costa had won. It happens that way.
Yeah, that's that fight that she got caught for marijuana too.
Oh, that's right. You got a year, huh?
Yep. I saw Calvillo at a protein house eating that day too. She was getting ready for the fight. It was the day before. That's right. Yup. Now I remember.
Uh,
That fight before she fought Esparza. Yeah.
yep.
Good times.
Yes. Yes. Main event. Your boy, Alistair Overeem.
Man,
Yeah.
it seems like this is a more dangerous fight now.
Well, yeah, another unfortunate shuffling of the cards. Although I guess glad that we have a fight at the end of the day. Overeem and Walt Harris would have been bananas, but as we all know, tragedy struck the Harris family, and then he pulled out, which no one's ever going to talk shit to him about because Jesus Christ. But Rosenstruck, you know what? I don't know. I don't think I've gone with Overeem too often, but I think I got to go with him here. I haven't seen enough of Rosenstruck. I know he's powerful, but he's a heavyweight. I mean, what else is new? I don't haven't seen much about this guy to get me like that amped up. Knocking out Arlovsky. I know Arlovsky's been better lately than he was like 3 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. But I'm just not impressed with you beating Arlovsky at any point after 2016.
Oh man, that's scary though. That power. It just only takes one with those guys, and it's Overeem.
And I say this fully knowing that Reem's got a glass chin, but hey, he keeps coming back. I'm at the point where I'm like, his chin's clearly not gonna get better, but I'm just not counting him out as much as I used to. If he not only coming back from the Francis Ngannou knockout, but just surviving that Ngannou, the fact that he's still alive right now and still forming sentences in a decent fashion. Yeah, that guy. He may have a glass chin, but that guy's got a mad heart. I'll tell you that.
Man, he ate a lot of shots when he fought Sergey and Alexei. I don't know why he keeps fighting.
Sergey. Oh,
After,
that's right. That Russian dude. Yeah, dude,
yeah.
I fucking forgot about that fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Olenek one. Yeah, but I'd forgotten about that random Russian dude that he beat up. Yeah, so maybe for the first time ever, I'm going with Overeem on this one.
I'll go opposite. Sorry.
Wow, damn. And that's your boy, man. That's
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm sorry.
I guess
I'm sorry.
I guess this speaks to the depth of the card because, yeah, I mean, we're all in some of these we're going opposite and some we're not. But even in the ones we're not really confident.
Yeah, it's a good card, man. Finally, it's here.
And then just a little shout out. What was it? Thiago Alves and Tim Means is also on this card.
Yep.
And Rob Font, and we talked about it last week. Jesus fucking Christ, who was it?
God damn it. Rob Font and
Ricky Simone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we talked about
that last week. We had two fights to talk about. We forgot about it.
Yeah, this was last week with Anna Walker. If you guys haven't heard that show, go back and check it out. Since there was not much to talk about as far as anything regarding news, we decided to do like a quick mini preview, and we talked about that one. And and us shared a lot of interesting stories and a lot of interesting takes. If you guys didn't hear it, go back and listen to it.
KSI and porn stars. If you're into that, porn stars and shit, yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's a good segue. Let's get into that real quick. So that does it for the DC preview, but we're gonna kind of preview two other fights in one way or another. So Tito Ortiz and Alberto Del Rio is happening on the same night as this DC card. I don't know who the hell is gonna buy it. Obviously, nobody bought Tito versus Chuck 3. I guess we'll start with this. Do you think the buys for this will be higher or lower than Chuck and Tito 3?
That's an interesting question. Maybe higher.
Because of the WWE angle?
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Del Rio has both. Plus, he's fought in Japan too, I think. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, he's at least an MMA fighter, and he's at least competed.
Yeah, so he's been around a lot. And then Tito, obviously.
And then I know this is going to be a weird question, but this is why I segued in from the KSI Logan Paul shenanigans. Is this fight worse than that fight? Obviously, it hasn't happened. We know what happened with KSI and Logan Paul. We don't know what's going to happen here. I think it's all safe to assume that Tito's going to bash Alberto's face in. But they're really putting their title. I mean, on the poster, you can see Tito's belt on him and Del Rio's belt on him. Mm-hmm. It seems like they're really going all in on this. And just that sight of seeing Tito Ortiz like doing the gravedigger or whatever, because it's not going more than a round. And then Campbell McLaren or whoever the fuck's going to put the belt, maybe Keita Castillo is going to put a WWE belt around Tito Ortiz's waist or on his shoulder. That's just the sight and he's probably going to come in with the UFC belt, first of all. Like, all this shit is just, it's making me cringe harder than I did that night at the Staples Center with KSI and Logan Paul. I firmly believe that it's worse just because of that.
Yes, it is. These two guys shouldn't be fighting in the first place. And then they're going to put a legit belt and a fake belt on the line. I mean, it's true. It's a scripted belt. He's carrying around a scripted belt. At least Tito's belt is legit.
That's one thing I've never understood about, like, and I'm not saying this to hate on wrestling or wrestling fans. I used to be one. Granted, I was younger, and if you watch, Reen, you watch WWE now. I don't begrudge you for it. I don't necessarily understand it, but I don't begrudge you for it. But I've never understood this thing of, like, even like a guy like Hulk Hogan, who's clearly maybe the most famous wrestler of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, take your pick, that they're like, oh, they were WWE champions. Like, it's a popularity contest. Like, doesn't mean anything that you accomplished something athletically. That just means Vince liked you.
Right. Or the crowd liked you.
Mostly the crowd liked you, yeah. And obviously now we see Vince doesn't really give a fuck. He'll kind of just give the belt to whoever most of the time. But yeah, I mean, you got fan support. It's a popularity contest. The boss liked you, or the fans liked you, or both. But you didn't compete for that belt. I've never understood that.
It's a fight. Oh my god, they're fighting. Like, and when they say shit like that, I do cringe. And I haven't been watching it lately. I haven't been really following it because of this whole, like, they're on Fox now, and there's here, there's there, and like, and the scripting, it's getting worse. So yeah, it's getting bad. So
yeah, I hear that there's plenty of people that don't watch SmackDown or Raw. They just watch like the pay-per-views, which is dope, I guess, if you have the WWE network, because it's only $10 a month. You're not like, it's kind of hard to do that with like the UFC. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna get the pay-per-view. It's like, oh, so you're just gonna pay for the fights, right? Like, you're not gonna watch the free show. You're just gonna pay. But yeah, when you have a subscription service, that's the beauty of it. You're already paying, and it's only $10. So yeah, you watch all the good shit at the end of the month or whatever.
So
okay, so you agree that this is the worst fight because it's such even with KSI and Logan Paul. Okay, the first fight was an amateur fight. Yes, they had no business being in the ring. They were not professional fighters, but at least you can say they fought once. They have experience. KSI has actually fought twice in the amateur bouts, and Logan Paul had that fight. And okay, they're obviously at a similar skill level. They've done it once. People want to see it. Fuck it. Let them have it. But who the fuck is screaming for this one?
Nobody. And it's like, it's already kind of sketch in the first place. Like, what are we really going to see once that, cage door closes? Like, is this going to be a real fight?
Oh
Is
my
it gonna be
God! Don't even say
scripted
that.
or
Don't even.
no?
Rain, you're gonna get authorities involved because someone's gonna listen to this. I'm like, yeah, they may be fixing fights in the U.S. You got to
I
remember,
think,
not only was Del Rio a wrestler,
right?
he also fought in Japan. Remember the
Right?
Mirko Cro Cop fight? Remember
Yeah.
Dos Caras?
So it's like what? Like what is this shit? At least KSI, like Logan Paul, they went through the training camps. They were taking this seriously, even though they're YouTubers or whatever. Like this is their one shot of fighting at the highest stage, I guess, right? Can't say level because I mean they just put them up there, but this whole combate thing, like why? It's so ridiculous, man. Then you got Tito over here on the mic talking about, oh, I can take John Jones right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's that CTE talking, man. Like you need to stop. Crazy.
Yep. Yep. So
So I'm
that's
glad it's here and now we could just get it over with and talk about it on Monday, Sunday, Monday, whatever. You know, it happens. We're going to be talking about it for a few days on Twitter and go back and forth. We can laugh and talk about it and get it out of our system.
yeah. This is I'm sure it'll be entertaining, but yeah. Not to fully shit on that card. I gotta give props. The co-main event. Yeah, it's not gigantic or nothing, but it's at least a halfway decent fight. Melissa Martinez is gonna fight Desiree Yanez, and Melissa Martinez. I saw her when I covered the Combate Reinas card back in April, and she's just knocking girls out there, man. She's a Mexican, I believe, Taekwondo champion. She's very, very skilled, very fun striker. She's very petite girl too. There's nothing to her. She's not physically imposing. She's not very big at all. But yeah, she can kick the shit out of you. And this Desiree Yanez girl, she seems to have power. She seems like a scrapper. It should be a fun fight. This is, I think, her Melissa's toughest fight to date. Should be interesting to see how it plays out. And it's for the inaugural strawweight title, I believe.
Huh.
So yeah, that's at least a more legit fight than fighting for a fake belt and a what 13-year-old UFC belt or something.
Is this in Mexico or is this in the States?
No, it's in Texas. It's in Hidalgo, Texas, which I believe is a border town. So yeah, they're having Trump supporting Tito Ortiz versus what, the Pride of Mexico, Alberto Del Rio is apparently what I'm seeing now. Yeah,
He
yeah,
hasn't fought in 10 years, I think.
yeah.
They let this go. I'm surprised the commission even allowed it because it's been so long and Tito's been active.
And then just the allegations of Del Rio fixing like the Crow Cop fight that he took a dive in it. I understand it's Japan, I understand it's pride, I understand it was a long time ago, but I don't know. They take, I at least I thought they took shit like that seriously. But then again, I also thought things like your vision were important when you're doing a physical to fight. But I don't know. That's not necessarily
I still want to know more
right.
details on that.
What I'm Bisping.
Yeah.
No, you don't, because it's gonna make you want to fucking put a bullet in your brain. Because that that's gonna make me question like the entire medical profession. Like I may not ever want to go to a doctor again after that. Like, yeah, that's no. Like it's gonna be similar to. I'm gonna go a little personal here, but this is something just so fucked up, but kind of hilarious. We can kind of laugh about it now. My mom had she got her appendix removed like 2 or 3 years ago. Took her to the hospital. She got her appendix removed. My mom was convinced that it was not her appendix that was wrong because when she had my older brother, when she gave birth to him 37, 38 years ago, the doctor told her that she had a problem with her appendix a week after she'd given birth. So they performed surgery and performed an appendectomy. She believes she did not have a appendix. Turns out she did. For over 30 years, she had her appendix, and she was under the impression that they were going to take it out twice. Turns out they never took it out in Mexico. And it's shit like that where I'm like, yep, that's kind of where I think American medicine is heading, because if you can't fucking diagnose that Michael Bisping has a fake fucking eye, I don't have a lot of faith in you.
Fuck.
Yeah, this happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
That's scary,
that's
man.
not just Mexican medicine. That's Mexican medicine in the early 80s. So yeah. So shit like that happens.
Scary.
Yep. Uh, yeah, that's why I'm saying really, you don't want to know too many details because it might lead you down some kind of rabbit hole like that. And then one more fight taking place on Saturday. This is a really good one, maybe even better than the DC card. The rematch between Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua. Seems like people are kind of split as far as who's gonna win, what's gonna happen. So to not talk about the incredibly foul, inhumane, shitty things that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has done, I'll just ask you, Rain, what do you think about this fight and who gets it done?
Dude, this is bullshit, man. Why is the champ being snubbed? He's only getting 10 million for this fight. Anthony Joshua is getting 85 million.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not joking. I read that. I'm like, you guys are fucking with this guy.
I was gonna say, I'm like, how are you thinking that 10 million is a little bit of money? But yeah,
when you're throwing the ex-champ, right?
He's making more money than Canelo, and Canelo's the biggest star in the sport.
Unbelievable. I'm like, I was excited to see it, and then when I saw the numbers, I was like, that's fucked up, man.
That's kind of weird. Is just the fact that they wouldn't at least get close because, dude, I mean, why are you paying Joshua this much? Like, not even if you want to pay Ruiz 10 million, he just won the belt. I'm not even that mad about it. But Joshua fucking lost the belt in spectacular fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no promise he's going to win this fight. Sure, you can say that the first fight was a fluke, but you can't say that with, like, super confidence.
Yeah, it bothered me, man. I'm like, that, you are snubbing this guy. He's the champ. There's no respect there whatsoever. I think Joshua will get it done. I hope he doesn't because, I mean, they want him to, right? Eddie Hearn and all them, they want him to. So it's like, just because of that, it's like, fuck that, man. I want Ruiz to win just to fuck everybody, blow up everybody's fucking plans.
I want him to bring all the tamales to Christmas this year, man. Fuck. I want him to get even fatter. I want him to just fucking say, fuck it, I'm out. Fuck you and your Wilder and your Fury fights. Fuck, I just fucked your guys' shit up. I'm out.
Right?
I'm out the game.
He's not even a DAZN fighter or nothing. Like,
I might just be fat and happy. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say.
Yeah, he's not even under their banner or nothing. Like, he took this fight on short notice. They didn't think he would get it done. He did it. He did get it done in spectacular fashion. Like he said, here's this fight. Saudi Arabia, place he didn't want to fucking go to. You fought with them that entire time of negotiations and shit. And then these numbers come out. Horrible. That's why I can't take boxing too seriously, man.
I hope Saudi Arabia, I hope this is, I don't hope this because I don't want people in there to suffer. But in a weird fucked up way, I kind of want this, because I don't even know what the stadium is, this arena, wherever they're going to have it. But I hope it's like Abu Dhabi. Like, what was it? The Khabib card, the 241 card or whatever, 242 card. That it's like 120 degrees because Andy Ruiz, he grew up in LA. Now, it's not the hottest place on the earth, but Anthony Joshua's from fucking England. I don't think it goes above 80 over there. So if anyone's used to heat more, it'll be Ruiz. So I hope that becomes a factor and Joshua starts getting like cramps and he's dead tired after the third round and Ruiz just takes it to him because obviously we see now Ruiz isn't just well conditioned, but he's fast as hell too. So yeah, I still got hope in Ruiz, and I'm with you. I believe that Joshua could win, but I don't want him to. And I think Ruiz is. I don't think the boy's hungry much, but I think in this case he's gonna be hungry to teach Joshua another lesson. So.
Man, I hope that happens, man. Ugh. Did you see Ruiz doing pad work with his coach? Did you see that clip?
When he punched him?
When he punched his coach.
Yeah.
His coach wobbled a little, but he still ate it.
That guy needs to get a medal or a fucking check. Like, damn, that guy's got a chin on him.
Right? Like, get him a fight. Holy shit. Dude, that wasn't like a light punch either.
Oh, that
Ooh.
goes for it. swinging
God
for the
damn.
for the fucking bleachers. That kid goes for it, man.
Shit,
That's
he
why
needs
he
to
won
get
the belt.
right. He needs to get 10 million for eating that shot.
So, all right, let's see that there's not. Hopefully, there's no total fuckery here. Hopefully, if it goes to the decision, it goes to the right person. Hopefully, there's no weird shenanigans with the reffing or with Saudi princes putting a price on people's head. But anyway, uh,
Got a dart in his
yeah, what I
fucking
just
neck.
said. Yeah,
Ruiz like, ow, something bit me. What the
yeah.
fuck is on my fucking neck? He
Watch,
got like fucking darted and shit.
watch out for the front row is all I'm saying. But
Right?
we'll move on from this weekend stuff and we'll get into some headlines. First up, we spoke about Cynthia Calvillo earlier, their fight against Marina Rodriguez. Turns out there was a little beef going on between her and Paige Van Zandt. Former teammates, former friends, it seems like, but no more. Usually I don't like talking about stuff like this because it's usually nothing. But in this case, I kind of found Calvillo's comments refreshing. She was mentioning about that post that Paige Van Zandt had done a few weeks back where she tagged every fighter, and she didn't really appreciate it. She replied to her a not so nice way, and it seems like Paige Van Zandt deleted it, and she did not take too kindly to that. So, what do you think about her comments, Reen, and what do you think just about the beef and well, do you even think it's newsworthy, or is it just I guess I'll start
Not,
with that. Do you think it's newsworthy?
not really. I mean, I think they're only talking about it because PVZ, Paige is in the picture again.
Yeah.
She just had all this drama with Macy. She's having this fight that doesn't make sense. So, like, there's more to talk about. Some reporter asked this question, right? I imagine, and kept on pushing it. This is the reason why Calvillo had to answer. But I guess they were roommates, so she knows all about her.
Yeah,
You know?
and I find it interesting too, like what you said that yeah, she didn't really want to touch on it, but the reporter was going on. I find it interesting that Calvillo also said that much like Macy, she thinks that she's just doing it for attention, that she tagged all these people, like yeah, as a diss to Macy, but also to get her name out there as well. And she hasn't fought in a long ass time. And she's on her everyone knows she's on the last fight of her contract. Like I think she feels like she was just using her for attention.
I can see that. Yeah.
I like I said, I just respect Calvillo's she seems like a principled woman and I like that. It's like she doesn't play that shit. She didn't take kindly and called PVZ out on it, and then she even put her on blast about yeah, she's deleting comments and just in not so many words basically said like that's kind of some bitch shit.
Yeah. Yeah. She's probably seen it before too. You know.
Yeah, that's what she just said. Like she basically said I just got no respect for her. I know what she's like and
Yeah.
we're not friends, you know.
Yep. So.
It's good to see like real beef where it's like, hey, I don't care for that person and fuck it if it's on, it's on. Instead of
Mhm.
this artificial Macy Barber, Colby Covington type bullshit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That made up crap. Like they were teammates, roommates. Shit went down, and she went her way, and Calvillo is that bitch.
yeah,
All due respect, like
yeah.
she's that one. Like, don't fuck with her, man.
It's the reason why why everyone loves the John Jones DC rivalry. I mean, to this day, people love it because they're like opposite sides of the coin. John Jones is the arrogant asshole. DC is the nice family guy, but also they just don't care for each other. They genuinely do not like one another at all. And everybody knows it. Everyone knows it's not fake. Everyone knows that they will fight in the street. They already did. They've technically had 3 fights. Everyone wants the third fight, but it already happened. Like they are those guys, and that beef is real. So it's good to see this. Like, hey, I want people to get along, but if people are gonna beef, make it fucking for real, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she probably feels the same way too. Like, she only got her opportunities because she's this pretty face, she's blonde, whatever.
Yeah, might have something to do with it too.
Right? So,
Yeah,
and then
and
she's
then
over
there's
here fighting and trying to get fights and calling out Claudia and fuck. I know I brought her name up again.
Well, and what I like too is we kind of spoke this off air. Is like it's kind of there's personal beef there, but it's not necessarily like the Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw thing. It's not a thing like, oh, you left the gym. They both left the gym. So this isn't a thing of like, oh, you dissed the team or anything. Like they both left, but they still have their differences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. In other news, Gray Maynard finally has been cut from the UFC. I'm kind of just mentioning this because I don't know how many of you even knew that he was still in the UFC. Everyone was talking about BJ Penn earlier this year that he needs to get cut because he was still taking fights, but apparently Gray Maynard was still on the roster. And then wasn't it this? Well, all the flyweights that were getting cut. I mean, there was a lot of cuts this year. I think just a few weeks back, didn't like 5-6 people get cut?
Mm-hmm.
David Branch got cut. Remember, he got cut. So many people got cut. Kat Zingano, but Gray fucking Maynard was still in. The dude's
Why?
40. The dude's
I know,
40,
right?
And he fought for the title against Frankie Edgar when he was still lightweight champion because featherweight wasn't even in the UFC yet. And it's just amazing.
He just flew under the radar.
He got knocked out by Nick Lentz last year, and he just got cut right now. Fucking amazing. And it was like, I mean, I guess good. I don't want to be like, I mean, I think he probably expected it, but it was like an amicable thing. It's just like, yeah, I'd rather go here and there. And like, all right, cool. We don't need you. There you go.
Yeah.
Like amicable parting, but it's like, dude, that this should have been done years ago.
Right? It's kind of strange. Like, you could have been out of there a long time ago and maybe had a lucrative career.
I remember when he got knocked out by Nate Diaz, I was like, this dude's done. Like, he's never coming back. Like, he needs to retire right now. That was in 2013.
He could have still fought and made some money, but he just sat for a year, right? Well, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been like, let me go.
He had like an 8-fight contract from what I hear. Like, he was having these really long contracts, but still, like, yeah, I think he knew the UFC wasn't interested in him. I don't know what. Remember that weird ass fight with Ryan Hall?
That's right. He was pissed.
But he got his ass beat. I mean, he didn't do anything about him getting his ass beat. He just walked around mad. Yep. Yeah. So that's that. Gray Maynard got cut. So yeah, just so you guys know, that's a kind of by the way. And I don't know if this is good or bad news, but it's definitely infuriating news. So, as we all know, Aniah Blanchard was found that she was in fact murdered, and guess it was a gunshot that got her. That explained all the blood that the police had found, and looks like they're looking to put the death penalty on this piece of shit that did this to her. And we were talking about this off airing, and we got kind of animated about it, and I'll just let you go with what you were saying previously.
That they're seeking a death penalty because Alabama fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
In the first place, they're just trying to clean up their mess. That was my initial thought.
Yeah, mine too.
When I first read it, like they fucked up, so now they're seeking this. I personally would like to see them locked up for a long time and tortured. I actually changed my stance on the death penalty.
I think, I don't want to say it was because of me, but I know we would have a lot of discussions about this off the air, about stuff like that. Yeah. And you know what, shit like this, I'm not saying I'm never for it, but I think this is a case when you should be for it. But given the circumstances, it's like, dude, yeah, he should have never been out in the first place. He had such a big rap sheet, and if you were to like put all those charges before the murder, didn't he have attempted murder on his sheet as well?
Yeah, kidnapping.
I know he had kidnapping. I think he had like several assaults, drug and weapons charges. Like if you were to put all these on, he would have done like at least a good 25 years even like in California where they're kind of liberal about shit. I don't know about Alabama, but I'm sure it'd probably be harsher. But I don't know how the fuck he was out. I don't know how the fuck any of this happened. So yeah, I'm with you. I think they're trying to cover their tracks, but the most tragic thing in this is that no matter what happens to him, Aniah's not with us anymore. So I mean, I don't know how hard or how much harder his life will be. He doesn't deserve a good life in any which way, but unfortunately, that poor girl's still not with us, and that's what really sucks because this does seem like it could have been avoided. It
Yeah.
it, it should have been avoided for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like, normally I wouldn't, I don't know, not to say care or anything, but I don't know, spend so much time thinking about it, right? And
And
just seeing tweets and people
yeah,
asking or people saying, like, I want to see these guys, handled, or they should be dead or whatever. It's like, that's too easy, man. I just want them to be locked up and tortured by all
and
inmates.
to be fair too is well, not to be fair, it's just something that I thought about earlier too when I saw this. What you thought is what I thought. It's like they're trying to cover their tracks. They're trying to make up for how they fucked up. And I wonder if I mean Walt Harris and his family are just going through hell, obviously, but I do wonder if they've thought about that too. Like, of course they're mad at the guy who murdered his stepdaughter, but I gotta imagine he's probably fucking pissed at the state too.
Yeah,
Like
I
this
would
should have
be.
not have happened. Yeah, and like I wonder, like I don't know if this can be a lawsuit type thing. The grounds would be very shaky, but man, if there's a way to be done, I hope this can happen in one way or another. Because Jesus, man, that fuck, that's so much that must be going on there. But this doesn't help at all. Once you look at the pieces,
Mm-mm. No. So I don't know how things are over there, but my initial thoughts were like, dude, if they end up in jail or prison or whoever, if y'all know somebody over there, just,
put a
help
word in.
help them out. Drop some top ramen or whatever, Cheetos. I guess they really dig that kind of shit. They can make all kinds of gourmet meals. Just
Yep,
drop some presents, do those guys a favor.
yep.
Take care of
Spread
them.
the spread is like gold over there.
Right? It's
Prison
like,
spread.
re up their commissary, drop some money in there. Because they
Yeah.
need to be dealt with.
Yeah, either way, this dude shouldn't live long. I don't think you will live long once you get found out that you killed a 19-year-old girl.
And
That's
they're UFC fans or fight fans, or maybe they were former fighters. Who cares? Who knows? I mean,
oh yeah, there's
right?
plenty of criminal fighters. We all know that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So that's that. Um, other news, our boy Brian Ortega is out. Apparently, partial ACL tear has had him withdraw against the Korean Zombie. So I am not gonna lie, when I saw it, especially that it was an undisclosed injury, thought it was steroids because Ortega does like to do the roids, especially when he got in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's to be believed, it is an ACL tear, partial ACL tear. And I don't know if you heard about this one, but it looks like Frankie Edgar is the somewhat official substitute against
Yeah,
Korean Zombie now.
yeah, I saw that.
And
And
he's still fighting Sanhagen.
yes, they
Yeah,
still have that in place.
but this is also happening, apparently.
Is Ortega a bitch then? Like, Frankie's about to fight in Korea with Korean Zombie, one of the toughest fighters out there, and then he's gonna go fight this young cat. Like, he can't fight with the torn ACL, a partially torn ACL. Come on, man. You have time to do other stuff. You can't take this fight. Come on, man. I mean, I thought I was gonna go like all ham and shit on him and like start throwing bombs, but I can stand down a little bit because karma did it for me.
I was gonna speak earlier, but I'm glad I kind of stayed silent. That's rich. That's rich. I like
I
that.
mean, karma got
Yeah.
it. Karma took care of it.
Yeah, I don't think we reacted in the way that most. Yeah, I saw Twitter last night when this happened. Like we were like, no, there is no God. And then I just looked at it. I'm like, well, it sucks, but it is kind of funny in a way.
Because if you knew,
Yeah, yeah.
but I
But
stand down until
th-
it
that'll
comes up
that'll
again.
it'll come up again. Yes, for sure, for sure. So that's the tentative plan right now. So
Hmm.
we're gonna get into our matchups, but this is the last of the headlines because this is too big of a matchup to not be in the headlines. Conor McGregor's back. He's gonna fight Cowboy at UFC 246. So that is official. That is the main event. That is the pay per view, January 18th in Vegas. And it's happening at welterweight. Do you think that the weight matters, Reen?
No, nope.
So you think, regardless if it was at 155 or 170, whoever's gonna win is gonna win?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Connor's fought at 170. So
Twice.
so has Cowboy.
Cowboys fought at 170 like 10 times.
So and then Connor's been looking really buff and in shape, and
You know
I
what? I
don't think
haven't
he can
even
make
looked.
155.
I haven't even looked lately, man.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
he can make 155 at this point. He looks like he packed on a lot of muscle.
But you think
So
he's just looks like that because he's just been, you know, hitting the gym and just
hitting the
hitting
coke
the
too.
weights? Well, well, see, that's the thing. If he was in the coke as hard as we think, he shouldn't be buff. But I don't
I
know.
don't
Maybe
know,
he's just
man.
using it as a little bit of energy to get those extra push-ups in or something. I don't
I
know.
don't know those rapes. And,
Legend.
what was I? What was I saying?
Uh, Well, okay, so when I hear this, interesting again, I guess to bring my mom into this again, I guess she didn't know until today. I told her that, oh, Connor's back. Oh, really? And the guy against Cowboys, she's like, oh man. And these were like almost her exact words. She's like, why? Like that's an easy fight for him. Get him. She's like, fight him against the Cuban, like meaning Masvidal, because
Wait.
she had seen what he had said about Connor, and she's like, that's the
Uh-huh.
one I want to see. I want to see him get fucked up.
She's overlooking Cowboy too.
Well, that's kind of what I think too, is because she's seen his last couple of fights. She's just been
Uh-huh.
seeing him lose, so I think she
Oh,
just feels
okay.
bad for him. She likes Cowboys, so she's like, yeah, he's just getting beat up. But I don't know. I always thought this was a bad matchup for Cowboys since people first talked about it before the Nate Diaz fight. Because what a
Mhm.
lot of people wanted, what a lot of people thought was going to happen before he fought Nate Diaz was Cowboy. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I think he would take that fight because that's an easy fight. I don't know about Nate. Um, I think Cowboy's an easier fight for Connor than Nate is at that
Hmm.
time, and I still thought he'd beat Diaz, but I think Cowboy's an easier fight. But now it's a little bit harder because Connor's been out of the game, and there's a lot of variables. But I don't know if I had to bet money, I think I'm betting it on Connor.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm not
Wow.
counting out Cowboy, but I don't know. Cowboy people, I just think people think that Cowboy's this excellent striker, and he is. His kicks are amazing. His distance management is very well, but the holes that he has in his game are gaping, and he hasn't really fixed them. And Connor has more than enough tape and more than enough skill to capitalize on it. So I think he'll do it. But if he doesn't, I mean, I'm not gonna be sad.
Yeah. And it's great. Cowboy's going to get this money. So I'm excited for him in that sense. But overall, I don't really fucking care.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
it's Connor. I don't, it doesn't excite me. It's Connor. Is he going to stick around after this fight? What does this fight really mean? It's a tune up fight at 170 to possibly take on Jorge because he needs to prove it, right?
Yeah.
That's the direction they're going. So it's like, give Connor what they want. I mean, what he wants.
I
It's
guess
Connor's show.
I guess I'm all right with it too because I actually like tune-up. But not that I like tune-up fights, but I think tune-up fights are necessary in MMA. They're necessary in boxing, but in boxing they think that a tune-up fight has to happen every year, where I think a tune-up fight should happen every couple of years. So I think it's good to see. I think this is a tune-up fight, but it's like the hardest tune-up fight there is.
Yeah.
So
I
and
guess
it's a
you
good
say that.
matchup. It's
Yeah.
a good matchup. So I'm not surprised if Cowboy wins, but I'm just going on my gut and kind of seeing it for what it is and what it's always been. I just think
Hmm.
Connor's a bad matchup for Cowboy. He's a
Yeah.
fast starter. Cowboy's not. He
Yep.
hits
That's
hard.
true.
Cowboy sometimes doesn't do good against that. Connor can bring pressure. Not good
Yep.
against that. He can get countered. Like I just think there's Conor ticks more boxers than Cowboy does, so that's kind of why I'm going for it. But obviously, there's no telling because who knows what all the coke and booze has done to Conor's skills, you know?
There's so much pressure on Conor with this
That
fight,
too. Yep, that too.
but we don't
And if
know
he's
this
hungry,
Conor.
I
Yeah,
don't even know if he's hungry anymore, you know?
we don't know who this Conor is. This is a Conor that has a lot of money. That mentality is different now.
Yeah.
Before he had nothing.
Now he's
So
got everything,
yeah. So
including some charges against him. But anyway,
none.
we'll see if he makes it January 18th. Conor doesn't pull out of fights, but if the Ireland
Shit. A lot can
judicial
happen.
system has something to do about it, maybe he might not have a choice. So
I wonder if Gaethje is going to be on standby for that. Like that would have been a fight that I would have been like excited about.
yeah,
Conor
because
versus
Gaethje will for sure fuck up Conor. That's not even a question to me.
Oh, even before they even get locked in the cage. Because he won't play
Oh,
that shit, that
yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, back and forth. If we get that old Conor again, so he won't play
Hey,
that. Like, the whole cowboy thing, probably doing that with him. I don't really see it. They're being respectful right now too. By the way, I don't know if
yeah,
you've seen it. They're like
yeah, it's weird.
cool with it. Yeah, so I'm like, damn it, where's that beef at? They're like, be nice to each other.
All right, so from there we're gonna go into another 246 matchup. So let's officially go into the matchup segment. And first up, I don't know if this is gonna be the co-main event. It most likely will. Holly Holm and Raquel Pennington is scheduled once again. The rematch is gonna happen at 246. This was originally supposed to happen at 243. Yes, 243. And Home pulled out last minute with an injury. It didn't seem severe. Obviously, it
No,
wasn't because they both came right back.
she's
And
dancing.
yeah, and God damn it, Home, I love you, but that girl you're with, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my eyes were on her. But yeah, good on both of you. That if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check my last Instagram post and you'll see. Of yeah,
Holly still can't dance.
don't matter. I love seeing it. It's fucking entertaining no matter which way you cut it. The goddamn legs on that woman. Woof. But anyway, Home and Rocky, part two, Rain, for the second time. What do you think?
I mean, I didn't really care the first time they had it booked. I was Team Rocky for sure, though. But
Do you think this helps? Well, I don't think it helps Home at all. She won the first fight and she got
hmm
hurt. But do you think this helps Rocky, the fact that she has even more time to prepare now?
yes, I think so.
Will you go with her?
Yeah, I still Team Rocky.
And you think she'll get it done?
Yes,
Yeah, I she's
don't count her out.
yeah, I think I might have to go with her too. I was kind of iffy on the first fight. I'm like, she can probably get it done, but I'm not sure. And this time, I'm more certain that she could.
hmm
Another fight. This isn't official. It seems like it's half signed, but it
Damn.
seems like it's a damn near a guarantee. Jared Cannonier versus Robert Whitaker, signed for 248 apparently. Yes, 248 happening on March 7th. No location has been given yet, but yeah, I know you love Whitaker, Reen, but Cannonier, that's the guy that we've been talking a lot about this year.
He's scary, man. No,
Uh,
just too
hey,
much, man. Too much. This too much.
Whitaker, I believe, is a much more skilled fighter than Cannonier, but the fact that he's taking this fight after Izzy knocked him out, I mean, at this point, well, it'd be 6 months. It's not the most ridiculous thing, but still, that knockout. No, he didn't get deaded, but it was still pretty bad because he did basically get knocked out twice in one fight.
And
And
just the Romero
Cannonier,
fights, though. The Romero two
yeah.
times.
And then Cannonier, what he did to Hermanson still scares me because that shit makes no sense.
Mm-mm. Damn, it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Gut gut feeling, knee jerk reaction.
Cannoneer. I'm so
I I
sad with a
I
sad
think
face. I
I
say
think
it
I
with a
gotta
sad
go with
face.
Whitaker because it's so hard to
Really?
go against him. Yeah, I went with Izzy just because I thought Izzy is that guy, and apparently he is that guy. It worked out, but yeah, I don't know. I just have a lot of faith in Whitaker, and I'm a giant Cannonier fan. But shit, even Izzy's like, that's the guy. That's the guy that's gonna be trouble. So
Hmm.
this is gonna be a good fight, but I still got faith in Whitaker for this one.
Yeah, he has mad respect for a Cannoneer.
Yeah. Yep. And next, this is another fight. I don't know that this is a very
Oof.
nothing set in stone, but 248 is also gonna have Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Weili Zhang for the belt. I don't know if
Oof.
it's the main event, co-main event. Who knows what's happening so far? But that's the fight that has been signed.
Gives me
Um,
chills.
you know me,
Oh my God.
baby girl, Weili Zhang all the way. And fuck, I hope she gives it to her worse than Rose did.
Oof.
Especially with, man, I find it weird that Joanna was like all proud and just saying, putting it all out there of, oh yeah, I didn't want to fight her when she was nobody because she didn't deserve it, and now of course she's champion. Oh yeah, I'll beat her ass and this and that. Oh
Hmm.
man, yeah, this is gonna be a deeply personal one for me because yeah, Zhang.
Jane doesn't even want to fight her. Rather give it to Rose, but maybe Rose isn't ready.
Well, I think Zhang's not stupid. I think Zhang's a little gangster too. Obviously, her fighting ability is amazing, but I think Zhang, yeah, she's kind of like Calvillo, like she don't play that shit either. Like, when you're playing fucking games, you know.
Yep. The
She's a
whole
martial
respect factor.
artist. Yeah, she's a
Yep.
martial artist, so she acts like one, and Joanna, she does what she does.
Man, her English is getting better, so I want her to win and get on the mic and speak to her fans. That'd be dope.
I'm talking about how she has natural titties, unlike,
Talk some shit.
oh man, that'd be some shit, man.
Oh God, damn! Nuclear warfare like that with Ioana.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay, so let's not address the reality of this fight. This is a closely this is such a close fight. I think people are making it seem that Joanna's like this is a surefire win for her. People aren't so confident in Zhang, but to me this is like 50-50. This is like as 50-50 as it gets to me. What do you think?
I think it'll be a close fight.
You think
I
who
still think Zane will.
yeah.
My money's still on. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Joanna looked good her last fight, but something about Wiley.
That's gonna be a gig. That's like the biggest step up in competition ever. Yeah, obviously she was the champion. Yeah, she defended it a lot. She's fought some very tough girls, but to go from Michelle Watterson to Zhang Weili, god damn, god
Yeah,
damn.
and she's just straight training, not fucking around on a boat,
No,
on the beach somewhere. She is training daily.
that girl is a soldier, man. She's
Scary.
ridiculous.
It's scary watching her videos.
Oh, you know people are gonna be so mad if she beats Joanna because Joanna still got some mad marks out there.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm
Hmm.
gonna be over here loving it. Another really good fight. Brianna Van Buren is back. She's gonna fight Hannah Cyphers at the Raleigh card, January 25th. That is the card headlined by JDS and Curtis Blades. That is also happening the same day as the Cyborg Bud fight. Uh, we've
Damn
talked
it.
about Brianna Van Buren a bit. We're both
Yeah.
big fans of hers. Hannah Cyphers is she's impressed me too. I wasn't too big on her, but seeing her last couple fights, yeah, she's talented. And I mean, I think Cyphers is made to order for Van Buren. I think she'll dominate her, but Cyphers is also very tough, so I don't think it'll be super easy.
Yay, she finally got a fight. It's been a while. She was supposed to be on that San Francisco card. Well, she was begging to be on that San
Oh,
Francisco
that's
card, but
right. That's right. Well,
yeah,
it didn't even happen, so fuck
nope.
that. You don't want to go to Florida.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you don't
Just
want to
take
get
a
all your friends and family there.
just take a vacation, girl. Just it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, because we got quite a few fights, we still got a few more to go. This is without a doubt the weirdest one that I came across. Diego Sanchez is going to fight Michelle Pineda at UFC Rio Rancho happening February 15th.
Why?
Okay,
Why?
I mean, this is going to be maybe one of the most emotional fights in recent memory because most people, us included, love Diego Sanchez. And Michelle Pineda is maybe the biggest joke in the UFC right now, and I don't mean that to offend the guy. I mean like literally people just laughed at the dude. People
Mhm.
laughed at his shenanigans when they were working because it was so ridiculous. But once they didn't work, then they were laughing at him. And then a psychopath like Diego Sanchez, who um he's better at than Tristan Connolly at doing what Tristan Connolly did. But then
Right.
again, I
Right.
can see Michelle Pereira landing a capoeira kick that knocks his head off. I
Yeah.
don't know. This is just gonna be such a tense fight. It is gonna be fucking hilarious. I already know I'm gonna be laughing my dick off.
God, like I don't understand this fight, man. Are they trying to get somebody killed? Are they trying to get Michelle killed? Because Tristan Connolly, that dude came on short notice. Michelle gassed out doing all that, whatever he was doing,
And he's
flipping
gonna
and flying
continue
around.
doing it. Maybe not so much, but he's gonna continue doing it because he was saying like, "Hey, I'm a showman. I gotta stand out, and that's what I do." So he didn't
Yeah.
really give a fuck.
I mean, he got beat by like a EA software technician, software
Oh, that's
engineer.
right. That's right.
Tristan Connolly, and you're gonna match him up against Diego Sanchez? Like
You
he
know,
never stops. You
you know,
cannot put
Irene.
that guy down.
You know, Irene. Maybe we should have seen it coming. If he's a technician, he has all the cheat codes. He knows how to beat everybody.
That shit's funny.
Speaking of that guy, I wish we knew about what that guy's doing now, Tristan Connolly. Hope he gets a fight lined up soon. That guy's still awesome.
Shit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe trying to get into the game now because he was part of the UFC,
That's right. That's right.
doing all his movements in the back somewhere.
Just do it yourself, man. They can't talk shit to you. They're gonna take
Mm-hmm.
away your likeness rights anyway. Just do it. Yeah, I said it. And the main event of that card is Corey Anderson versus Jan Blachowicz Part Two. So another rematch here. Is it okay? Do you feel bad for Anderson, Blachowicz, or both?
Both.
What do they got to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, Jan, I kind of understand because he didn't really pull the trigger on his last fight.
But he
I mean,
still knocked the
Jacare.
fuck out of Luke Rockhold.
But that's Luke.
Oh god.
Not that impressive, man.
Oh my god, you're so mean.
And it's a middleweight
I know.
coming up again. And then here's another one. Couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Too hesitant.
And Anderson really pulled the trigger versus Johnny Walker. So
And he's hungry and he will take you down.
so much for that give me a title shot or fire me type shit, right?
So I think Corey Anderson will get it done. But yeah, it kind of sucks that they have to go this route. But I mean, I can understand why Jan has to for sure.
Hey, I think Anderson won the first fight as well, so that would be two in a row for him. And last fight, Molly McCann is scheduled to fight Ashley Evans Smith at a London card in March. Man, I don't see how Ashley Evans Smith. I mean, I
good
can
for her
see
for taking it.
Yeah, I can see her winning. I mean, it wouldn't be impressive, but I
Yeah.
don't know. There's something about Molly McCann. She's just. And then at home, remember who was it
Yep.
when she fought Cachoeira?
I forget.
Was it Cachoeira or Lipski? One of them she fought in. I think Cachoeira she fought in England. And that was when we realized what a fucking animal she was. I just don't think she can lose at home.
She had
And
a meatball on her fucking eye.
yeah.
Her
Oh, that's
eye
right.
was
That was that.
swelled
Yep.
up.
That was that night. Yep. That was that night. Ashley.
She's a
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, that's when I saw it, I was like, started laughing. I'm like, oh shit, someone's gonna get hurt. And it's not Molly.
Yeah.
Damn, good for her for signing off on it.
Yeah.
She's been like out for a while. Wait, the last person she fought was
KGB. Was that
your
the last
girl?
one?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so. Yep. That was like in February or something. So, man, but she's cutting so much weight. This is at flyweight, remember? So, I mean, I think those weight cuts are just gonna keep taking it out of her. Hopefully, she fucking makes weight. That's gonna be the other thing. Travel, big weight cut. You never know. All right, so that does it for the matchup segment. So let's get into our news story of the week. And the headline is India farmer paints dog to look like tiger to protect coffee crop from monkeys. So this guy, monkeys are coming in and eating his crops apparently, and he has a dog, looks like a Labrador, kind of a golden colored dog, and he had the idea to paint stripes on it, black stripes, to make it kind of look like a tiger, because he was doing all these things to try and scare these monkeys, and none of it was working. Paints these black stripes on the dog, and the monkeys ran away. Apparently, they thought it was a tiger. So now he gets the dog to come out in the morning and at the evening to make sure the monkeys aren't nearby, and it's been working like a charm for him.
That's so cute, man. They actually used like toy little tigers.
Yeah,
Tigers at first. That didn't work, so they're like, let's try the dog.
I think it worked for like a day, and then they realized, oh, this shit ain't real.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Yeah.
At least this one's just moving, and it looks like a tiger with the stripes. It's cute. But I guess it's working out for this farmer. So the rest, all the other farmers in the area are gonna try it out too.
Yeah, and he did it with hair dye apparently, black hair dye. That's how he painted it on the dog. So,
Genius.
yeah. I saw this and I was like, damn, it's ingenious, but it's still it's fun. It's funny. It's funny, but yeah, good for him because yeah, monkeys can be fucking. They I picture him just like the what is it? I forgot what the monkey from Aladdin is. Just stealing shit, just taking all the food.
Yeah.
Yep. And India, they live amongst everything.
Right.
Just right up against tigers, elephants, cows going all over the place and shit. Animals everywhere.
Yeah, them monkeys, man.
And then
coffee crop.
This is kind of refreshing because remember a few months ago we talked about that guy. We kind of touched on that story about that guy who sicked his, I think was it lion? It was also in India. He sicked the lion on some electrician who was asking for money that he owed him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so India's wild, man. You never know. Shit. People could do this shit trying to scare people like, yeah, I got a pet tiger. Fucking sick it on you.
He gave that dude chances too, man, to pay him back. So I mean, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust out with my lion now. Get some money back.
No. That guy sicked his lion because he didn't want to pay him.
Oh, so wait.
That was the story. Yeah. The guy was coming to, hey, fucking pay me. You owe me money. The guy said, fuck you. He sicked his lion on him.
Crazy. All the stories we've gone through. Are we gonna pick like the top one at the end of the year?
Yeah, we're a few weeks away. We got to get some stuff together. Big, as we talked about in this episode, there's a big fight week. Next week's gonna be a bigger one. I don't know about the Korean zombie fight now because who knows how big that one's gonna be. But after that, that's basically New Year, and yeah, we'll have a best of whatever. Probably have guests. And I'm still trying to do like a compilation show. So keep your eyes out. I don't think it's going to be just regular shows from here on out. I'm going to try and get at least one bonus one. And hopefully I can get some interviews with some people, some other podcast hosts and media people, and then possibly even a fighter or two. You never know. I'm trying to get shit done. So keep an eye out. But I think that's going to do it for us tonight. You can find me on Twitter, juice_MMA. Find my work at Combat Press. I'm working on a story now. Should be out very soon. What about you, Reen?
Fox with you on Instagram and Twitter.
And yeah, we're gonna call it a week. That's this episode. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you all next week. Later.